Friday on the farm is rabbit pie day. So every Friday that ever comes along, I get up early and sing this little song. Run, rabbit, run, rabbit, run, run, run. Run, rabbit, run, rabbit, run, run, run. Bang, 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 bang goes the farmer's gun. Run, rabbit, run, rabbit, run, 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 run. Run, rabbit, run, rabbit, run, run, run. Don't give the farmer his fun, fun, fun. He'll get by without his rabbit pie. So run, rabbit, run, rabbit, run, run, run.
Hello, and in this video I'm building a English village, or hamlet I suppose, because it is a smaller town sort of thing. But I really have always wanted to build a wartime Britain, or the interwar periods between World War One and Two. But there aren't really the assets, and even doing this small, tiny village, I found it very difficult to get the assets I needed to make this look convincing. It did remind me a lot of Last of the Summer Wine, which is an English comedy. Don't know if any of you have heard of that. It is a very old comedy, but building this village, like tiny village, sort of made me think of Last of the Summer Wine, and how it's a very old English town somewhere up north in the Midlands. And that's the sort of theme I was going with. I would like to do more stuff like orientated like this. This is more like a mini build, more like a scene. How I imagine these mini builds are they're like model railway sets basically, and model railway sets are an illusion of movement, of real life. That's how I imagine this being. So I've got this giant map, but I've only got a very tiny area, highly detailed, and it just happens to be next to the railway. That's why it made me think of like a model railway. And I go into extreme detail with this sort of these buildings along the train track, and I detail them very, very heavily. I sort of imagine these buildings were once like a station master's house. They could still be a station master's house because there still is a station the other side of the road. So that's why these are so close to the railway. These are where the station masters or the signal person used to live, or still lives, because this is technically the interwar period, 1930s, 1940s, in between there. So the big problem with assets is that I couldn't find many car assets, like old car assets. A lot of the ones I'm using are from Geometry, and he makes a lot of old stuff, but it is more based on the American side. So I wasn't too happy with some of the cars. I mean, the Ford Angular that I have placed is a car that you would have seen in Britain, but not sure about the other one. It's more of a American car, and the trucks look quite American, which is a bit a shame, but they fit okay. So there isn't really much to talk about in this video. This is just a small mini filler video before the DLC comes out, because the new DLC is going to break everything, and that's out soon. So I just thought I would try and get some videos out before then to try and cover the gap between the game not working and the game being fixed. So the rest of this video is going to be just music playing as I'm detailing the scenery around the place. So I hope you enjoyed, and you can watch the rest of the video as it goes on.
The moon and man is good. Let's dig the moon. Send the sky high, high as the sky in the moon.
Mother dear, I'm writing you from somewhere in France, hoping this finds you well.
Sergeant says I'm doing fine, a soldier and a half. Here's a song that we'll all sing, it'll make you laugh.
We're gonna hang out the washing on the Siegfried line. Have you any dirty washing, mother dear? We're going to hang out the washing on the Siegfried line, 'cause the washing day is here. Whether the weather may be wet or fine, we'll just rub along without a care. We're gonna hang out the washing on the Siegfried line, if the Siegfried line's still there. We're gonna hang out the washing on the Siegfried line. Have you any dirty washing, mother dear? We're gonna hang out the washing on the Siegfried line, 'cause the washing day is here. Whether the weather may be wet or fine, we'll just rub along without a care. We're gonna hang out the washing on the Siegfried line, if the Siegfried line's still there.
Everybody's mucking in and doing their job, wearing a great big smile.
Everybody's got to keep their spirits up today. If you want to keep in swing, here's the song to sing. We're going to hang out the washing on the Siegfried line. Have you any dirty washing, mother dear? We're gonna hang out the washing on the Siegfried line. Why? 'Cause the washing day is here. Now whether the weather may be wet or fine, well, we'll just rub along without a care. We're going to hang out the washing on the Siegfried line. Well, if the Siegfried line's still there.
Wet or fine, we'll just rub along without a care. We're gonna hang out the washing on the Siegfried line, if the Siegfried line's still there.
The war has provided some problems that have worried us all quite a lot. How can we live when the price of our food is 14 and threepence per butt? But the thing that worries me and the whole darn family is, where can poor Pa go in the blackout? Where can poor Pa go at nights? He can't find his way to his favourite club. He can't find his pals 'cause he can't find the pub. So where does poor Pa go in the blackout? He stays home and glares at the kids. He grumbles at mother, she grumbles at him, and says, well, go out, I'm not keeping you in. So father goes out in the blackout, although it is pouring with rain, And just as he gets out, then off goes the siren, so he comes right home again. Where can poor Pa go in the blackout? Where can poor Pa go at nights? There aren't any pools and he doesn't play nap. His coat's in the tool shed, he can't find his cap. So what does Pa do in the blackout? He sits home and mopes by the fire. He can't spend his money and Mother knows that. She takes it all from him to buy a new hat. So Father, he curses the blackout and says it will drive him insane. He pops his head out and then off goes the siren, so he pops it back again. We know where the flies go in winter. We've all known that old one for years. And most of our lads have by now found the daughter of Mamselle from Armentiers. But there's one thing must remain, so I ask you once again. What can poor Pa do in the blackout? What can poor Pa do at nights? If he gets to the pub, well, it's 10 pence a pint. It costs him at least 30 bob to get tight. So what does Pa do in the blackout? He just sits at home and looks glum. He started on fretwork, he painted the bar, but Mother sat in it, we didn't half laugh, and Father was out in the blackout. And Mother screamed out with the pain, and as soon as he heard it, he thought 'twas the siren, so he rushed right home again. Where can poor Pa go in the blackout? Where can poor Pa go at nights? His pals are all stuck in their homes just like him. They cannot get out, so they gotta stop in. So what can poor Pa do in the blackout? He says that it's driving him mad. He puts on the wireless, and what does he get? Just haw-haw and boo-hoo, and they're pretty wet. So he tries to go out in the blackout, but he goes and falls right down the drain. He limps back to Mother, and she tells him he's drunk, and so he limps right out again.